Susu, how's your microphone?
It's
Very
okay.
good.
It's very good. All right. Let's see who else we have. Jenny, how are you? How's your microphone? Jenny, are you there? Layla, how's your microphone?
It's good.
Okay. And Henry, how is your microphone?
It's very good today.
Very good. I'm happy to hear it. Thank you. Anna, how's your microphone?
My
Is it good? Oh, hello, teacher's assistant. How are you?
sorry,
So,
I thought you called me.
oh, that's okay. We have two ons here. That's fine. So this morning, the students were younger and they were so noisy, unbelievably noisy. So this group, I think, is more relaxed. I don't know why the younger kids got so excited. Maybe because the holidays are coming, the Tet holidays. American kids are like that before Christmas and summer vacation. So they were so noisy. All right, we're waiting just a couple of minutes for more members to come because now we're up to 21. And you guys, I wanted to start today's lesson with a response from a student who calls himself Beans. I don't know what his full name is. I think he's in this class. And tonight, this afternoon, the subject is going to be for your debate. Can you put sources into your debate? So if you have 3 minutes to debate with your team, can you please put 2 good sources from Google or ChatGPT to support what you are saying? And this is what teacher Michael was talking about last week when he said that you want to come
Hello,
to the
teacher.
debate. Hello, is that you guys? Gia. Hello, Gia. So you want to come to the debate and be prepared because this looks good for your audience. It gives confidence to your team members, and the judges also like it too. It shows you are prepared for the debate. So I was looking at the video responses from 2 weeks ago because students were responding to this idea that playing computer games late at night can keep you awake, and it can give you too much stimulus for your brain, so it's hard to go to sleep. And 3 students in one class talked about melatonin, and I'll put this in the chat to you guys, this chemical in the brain called melatonin. And melatonin is a brain chemical, and you need it to go to sleep at night. But the blue screen in the computer game stimulates your brain and it blocks the melatonin response. This is a great idea. It's really good for a debate. But if you do something like that, make sure you quickly say, well, what is your source? Okay. So I'm going to show you tonight, starting tonight, now that 28 students are here, I'm going to show you a response by the guy called Beans. This is a really good response. Let's watch it for 2 minutes and listen, especially listen for the melatonin story that Beans talks about in his thing, okay? So I'm going to share the screen so we can look at Mr. Beans' melatonin story. And here he is. I'm going to put this up a little bit more. And here is Beans.
Hi guys, today I will talk more about topic video games. The first question is, do you think you should stop playing video games at night to give your brain as a rest? In my opinion, we shouldn't play video games at night because there are 2 reasons. The first reason that is, the people who play video games at night, people often say that as games addiction. The second reason that is, whether you're playing video games on television or console, the device is emitting blue light, and know before bed. The blue light exposure from screens and suppress melatonin, disrupting our natural sleep-wake cycles.
Okay.
Um,
All right, I'm going to stop it there. So he mentioned two bad things about playing video games late at night. What was the first one? Let's see. Susu, did you hear the first reason he said don't play video games at night? What was his first reason?
Because um I can't remember.
Okay, let's try one.
There has a lot of sounds in this window, so I can't remember a lot.
Yeah, you're describing a lot of stimulation. That's the answer for number two. But let's see, Mimi, did you catch what he said was his first reason for not playing them? Let's see, is Mimi there?
Yeah, I can't really remember, sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, let me describe it to you guys. If you play video games like 4 or 5 hours a day, it's a video game addiction. So in the first part, he talked about the video game addiction. But what I thought was interesting in the second part, he mentioned that chemical melatonin. Did you hear him say the melatonin? So the question is, since that's like a pretty heavy science word, everybody, Susan, if he used a big science word like that, did he give a source where he got that idea from? Did we hear him say where he got that idea?
No.
Oh, yeah, he didn't say like, oh, I heard this at school or my family doctor told me. So he's missing a source, you guys. And for a debate, if he said, well, melatonin, it gets overstimulated, your brain gets too much stimulation from playing computer games at night. And this comes from a study. And so you guys say, well, what study is that, Brendan? And I'm just going to check my share screen. No, not there. One moment, please. I have it here for you. And I found him a source. So I want you guys to see this source here. And I will do the share screen again. And so look at this source. It's a pretty good source. But I want you guys to tell me if you think this is a good source that you could put in a debate. Does everybody see that? And let's see, who likes to read? Who's a good reader, enjoys? Ellis, do you enjoy? Yeah, okay, Ellis, can you read this headline and then read 2 paragraphs here, okay? Ellis, are you having problems with the mic? So Ellis, did you want to read? Ellis had a
Yeah.
nice voice. Okay, Ellis, screens and your sleep. Can you read that one?
Screens and your sleep, the impact of nighttime use. In our 24/7 society, cell phones, computers, and other electronic devices play a large part in how we work, play, and keep in touch. According to the Nation Sleep Foundation, more than half of Americans regularly use an electronic device in the hour before they go to bed. But all that screen time may be harming our sleep. Joanna Cooper, MD, a neurologist and sleep medicine specialist with the Sutter East Bay Medical Foundation, says bright screens stimulate the part of your brain designed to keep us awake. Look at a brightly lit screen prior to sleep can make for a restless night.
Okay, very good. So here it is, you guys. This is a pretty good source to support what Bean was saying in his video. It says everything he was saying, by the way. It doesn't mention melatonin. But as a source, let me ask Tim, do you see this? Joanna A. Cooper, MD means medical doctor. Do you think, Tim, this would be a good source to use in your debate? What do you think? So Tim, can you hear me? This is To Kang. So Tim, what do you think? Is it a good source to use in a debate? If you have to give a source. Is this good support? No? Okay, let's go to someone else. Uyen, are you there? Hello, Uyen? Uyen, are you there? Can you guys hear me? Is something going on? Let me see. Kevin, are you there?
Yes.
Kevin, can you hear me then? Kevin, do you think this story in the Sutter Health is a good support for your debate?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So Joanna Cooper is an MD medical doctor. But here's one problem that I found, Kevin. She's from Sutter Health, and this is a private medicine company. So sometimes if you find a source, be careful, you know, it might be something on Google that they're trying to sell a product or something. So if you use that as your source, you have to be a little bit careful sometimes, you guys. But I think this is a pretty good support for what the student Bean is saying, right? Okay, so let's go to our next thing. And this is today's class, what I want to do. Part of this I've already talked to you guys about, the presentation by Bean. Let me see. I want to see. Anna, do you like to read? Hello, Anna, are you there?
Me?
Yeah, do you like to read, Anna?
Yes.
Oh, beautiful. Can you read this first paragraph, please?
Yes. A few of students, usually older grade school students age 11, 13, presented the integer responses to the three questions are swift, chores, and limit computer game time using online credible
Yeah.
sources such as the American Association of Ideas about Children's Health Issues. This journal is a highly respected journal, and it is a very good source to quickly quote from in a debate. Let's watch Bean's Sunday 2 p.m. class video to see if he include a short of his argumentation that students can become addicted to video games, and the second part about melatonin, a body chemical.
Okay, that's very good. Nice. So you guys, there are some vocabulary words I just want to check. Let me ask you, pediatrics. What kind of a doctor is a pediatric doctor? Susan, what's a pediatric doctor?
I've cited the American Association of Pediatrics, and they're kind of doctors that
Yeah.
that they study the responses
Yeah.
of humans. Kind of
Yeah,
like
what kind of humans? What ages are we talking for pediatrics?
children.
Children,
Children.
very good. So that was you in your paper. You mentioned the pediatrics, and in Beans he did it. He knows the melatonin bright lights connection, but you are the one who put the pediatrics. So thank you so much. That's really good. So just to check with you guys one more time, the Journal for Pediatrics, the American Association, it's a really high level source. So you guys can confidently use that in a school report, or you can use that in debate, and the judges will recognize that it's a really good source. So that's why I was really impressed with the work that you guys did. You guys did a great job in some of the comments you made. At least 4 or 5 students used a really good source like that one. Nice work. Okay, and so the next part is this one. Did Bean include a source? Can we help Bean find a source? I already did that, you guys. Hey, Susan, you have a question, please? All right. Let me ask the question to Corey. Hey, Corey, are you there?
Yes.
Corey, if you're doing a debate where your team has 3 members and you have 3 people on your team, how many sources do you think you should use in a quick debate? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? How many?
I think 2.
Two, yeah. Two is probably good. Nice work. Corey, that's an excellent answer. If you guys go to three sources, if you use three sources, for your debate, it's like almost too many sources. You're like, blah, 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 American Pediatrics, blah, 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 the Sutter Foundation, blah, 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 Northwestern University Medical. It's almost too many sources, you guys. So just try to use one or two for a really strong debate argument. That's my best advice for you guys, okay? All right, any questions so far? Ellis, how was it? You always have good questions, Ellis. Is it pretty clear to understand? What we're doing for today, we're looking for good sources to support your debate, but also part two, these sources can help you to write a report also for your teacher if you have to write a one-page paper or 3 pages, okay? All right, I need another reader. Let's go to, hey, Nam, how are you?
I'm good.
Nam, do you enjoy reading? Are you a good reader?
Not very.
Not very, all right. Anna, do you want to try?
Yes.
Okay, Anna, can you read this part here? In a student debate, it's here. And this repeats what I just said, by the way. Anna's
Me,
not-
right?
Yeah. Do you see where it says in a student debate?
In a student debate, there isn't a specific limit on the number of sources that should be used, as is the case with student writing, where high school students are encouraged
Yeah, encouraged.
used, as the case with students, to
Provide?
provide
Mm.
at least 10 sources for a 5-page team paper.
Term paper, yeah.
Better to rely on a few pertinent,
Yes.
reliable sources that provide strong evidence
Mm.
for the assertions
Yeah.
being made in the introductory comments.
Yeah.
Too many sources mentioned will be seen as too crowded
Yeah.
and disruptive
Uh-huh.
to both the judges and
Audience.
his audience. A quick source can be used in an opposing argument to provide
Mm.
it is precisely
Mm.
relevant as a counter argument.
Yeah. Okay, nice reading, you guys. So let me go over some of that vocabulary. Pertinent means that the source you're using directly connects to what you are saying. And what you are saying is called your assertion. Assertion is the thing you feel strongly about, that you want to support a position like it's good to be kind or be a good person towards animals. Don't do mean things to animals. And so you say, here is my assertion that you should be nice to animals. That's what you support. In your introductory comments, which last week teacher Michael called your first opening arguments, were called your substantiative arguments. What substantiative means, you're going to create a foundation, like building a house to what you want to say. Too crowded, too disruptive means there are just too many sources. We talked about that before. So when you talk about good quality or reliable sources, this is what I mean down here with quality sources. So if you remember, you say, well, what's a quality source? What's a quality source? We went to this person here. The doctor at this place. This is a quality source because she's a medical doctor and she deals with sleep disorders, right? So I would say that's a good quality source to use in your debate. So that's what we're trying to do, is find a good quality source for your debate, all right? And one moment, please. Let's go back to the prepared comments for today. And of course, there are big vocabulary words here, you guys, but we'll go through them step by step and find the best one for you. Okay, so let's see. Do you guys know this word anticipating? Anticipate. Let me see. Anticipate is when you expect something to happen. Anticipate, all right? So I'm going to call on some new students. Who can we call on down here? I'm going to go down the list to find a really good student who has good reading. Hey, Tim, are you there? From Ho Chi Minh City, Tim.
Yes.
Hey, Tim, can you read this one that says actually?
Actually, we have to cover the skill of
Anticipating?
anticipating a response in our course. 2. This means debate students should try to anticipate what the opposing argument is going to be based on a Google search. If the topic is covered, enough opposing sides of the argument will be fully covered by a search engine of AI. And students should know how to look out for what the rebuttal will be. Conversely, students who have
Familiarized
themselves prepare well can also use a quick rebuttal to an assertion based on the research. Again, as teacher Michael made clear in debate session 2, appearing to be well prepared is a big part of the debate process and general debate environment.
Yeah, very good reading, Tim. So do you remember, everybody, what teacher Michael was saying, that you want to prepare well for your debate? It's really important too. And so to do that, to prepare well, is you have the topic, you know what it's going to be. You and your team know you have 2 or 3 sources to support it, but you also have to anticipate. There's that word again. Anticipate means you guess what the other team is going to say against your argument, right? So you say, that other team's going to get us on this one point. So you have to do some research on Google or ChatGPT to find out the topic, find out everything you can about the topic, so that when the other team throws a attack on you about what you're saying, you can come back really quickly and say, yes, we were anticipating that. We were expecting them to say that, right? Okay, so Bao Yuring, a question, please. Yuring, are you there?
Yes.
What would you like to ask?
I don't want to ask anything. I just forgot to lower my hand.
Right, that's funny. That's fine, viewing. Okay, you guys. So there were some big words in here. The word familiarized. In class number 1, they said, what's familiarized? That comes from the word family. So if you know your brothers and your sisters and your mother and your father, these people you know every day, so they are your family. So you know their faces, you know their character, what they're going to say, their favorite food. It means to know really well. So familiarize, you can also know things really well. So you have to know the other team's argument that's going to come back at you, and you have to really understand the topic. So if you're going into a debate, please use Google and please use ChatGPT to help you get information. Now, for your first breakout session for you guys, I want to ask you guys this question. The question is, what would you like to use as a search engine to really understand a topic? So if you guys can discuss, do you like ChatGPT 3.5 because that's free? Or do you like ChatGPT 4.0? Or do you like Google search? So there are 41 students here, and so we could probably do 2 breakout rooms or 3 breakout rooms. Let me see the number of teachers here. So the first
Teacher,
discussion,
may I go out?
yeah, you can take a break if you have to use the toilet or something. I'm going to be in the main room. So I see Mai here, and we actually have teacher's assistant Noong, and we have Mai, and we have another teacher's assistant. I think we have 3 teacher's assistants, so we could use 3 breakout rooms of about 12 students each. Okay, so the question is, what do you recommend the students? What do you think is a good search engine to find really good sources? What I'm going to put it here one more time. The expression is quality sources. And so do you guys see that here? Quality sources mean there might be lots of literature or details on the subject, but students have to make a decision on what is the highest quality for you. The student might find 3 supports, but the question, which one is the best one for your initial arguments in a debate? Okay, Susan, you have a question?
Yes, I can ask that, like, I think some contests, debate contests, like World Scholars Cup, they do not, like, they forbid using ChatGPT.
Oh, okay. So how would you find the information, Susan?
No, I just go on Google.
So I didn't use ChatGPT, I used Google. All right, but they won't let you use the computers during the debate, right? You have to have it in your memory.
Like they told us to prepare for 15 minutes and then we write the information into a notebook, and then we just
Use the notebook.
yes.
So you can't use a iPad, you can't use a smartphone, you can't use a notebook computer. You have to talk amongst yourselves and write notes on paper.
During the debate, yes, but
Oh, wow, that's
right
really
now.
strict. That's a strict debate. Okay. So
I really like it.
yeah, so I'm going to write a word here, you guys. It's called brainstorming. Do you guys know brainstorming? That expression, brainstorming. Brainstorming is when you put your heads together and you create all this thinking. It's called a brainstorm, right? But Susan, if you prepared for your debate, the judges won't know if you prepared for the debate with Google or with ChatGPT. Susan, I have a question for you. So, when you go into a debate, the debates you've seen, did the debate group give you the questions before so you know what you're going to be asked?
Yes.
Ah, so that's where you could do homework, right? And really prepare well. So that's good to know, Susan. So then you can only come in with your notebooks and take notes. All right. So use a search engine before the debate contest even begins is what I think is the best thing. Okay.
That's why I hate the World Scholars Cup the most, because like we only have 15 minutes to prepare.
Yeah, see, it's only 15 minutes. And that really puts some limits on what you can come up with, create as a group. Susan, have you been in debates before?
Just once.
Okay. Could you use any sources in that from your memory or?
At that time, no.
Oh, no. Okay. So you couldn't, like, if you were like Bean, you said melatonin is disrupted, and this comes from the Sutter Foundation of California research in 2011 or something like that.
Maybe.
Okay, that can limit you, you guys. I was told you have to have sources that you can readily say from the debates I've seen. You can do that. Mary, you have a question?
But
Yeah.
I just began to cite sources when I learned the writing.
Okay. So sources, yeah. If you can't use sources, which I think is kind of strange, you should be able to use sources in debate. Remember, you can use tonight's lesson to help you for your writing, everybody. So remember, debate and your writing are closely connected. It's almost the same thing. It's just in a debate, it's down to 3 minutes, 15 minutes, prepare, say what you need to say. So it's much more stressful. Okay. So you guys, I want to do the breakout rooms. Mary, what was your question before we do the breakout rooms?
That was in the debate. I usually very angry.
Yeah.
How can I control my temper?
Oh no, you were using angry arguments? How can you
Yeah.
control your temper? Well, there's the expression you get passionate about what you're debating about, Mary. It means you really believe in what you're debating about. So the idea is to take a step back, take a deep breath, and say, okay, I know this information. I don't like what the other team is saying, but I will just calmly explain why I don't think that's a good idea or something like that. Okay, teacher's assistant, you have a question? You're welcome, Mary. Nice question. TA has a question for Tu Ha.
Yes. Teachers, so each student can also suggest or talk about their interested topic,
That's coming soon,
right?
though. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And
gonna
then
be
when they want to share like their sources or discuss or brainstorming about their sources, they can also recommend each other or not, or
they could talk about what they would like to debate about. But
Yeah.
today's goal is, can they use Google search or ChatGPT to support what they are saying, right?
Yeah.
So if they, I have some examples that I'll do in a second, but I just want them to go into a debate, a chat room after the first half hour, because then the teachers, you can talk to them and see what they're interested in.
Yeah.
And I think that would be really nice. Now we have, I think, 4 teachers assistants. Ha, can I call you Ha? Is it Tu Ha?
Yes. Ha is fine.
All right,
Okay.
Ha. So
Okay,
we have
I just change my name easier for you.
and we have Chow is here, and we have Trace, not Tracy. Tracy's not a thing. Ha is there. Noong we have, and we have one more. I really think we have 4 assistants for today. But let me check that number.
My name is Mai.
Mai's here.
Yeah.
Mai, you'll have your own chat room. There are 41 students, so I think we're going to have 10 in each room if there are 3 breakout rooms. Chow Ha is here, so that's 3 now, I see. And I'll stay in the main room because we are live streaming this. So again, for the teachers, assistants, and the students can talk about what they're interested in, but they have to tell you what source they would use to get information on that. And then if they want to have a little debate, they can do ChatGPT versus Google. Now, class number 1, the students went crazy and started debating it before we could even go in the chat rooms. And it became, yes.
Can I use books for
Yeah, of course, Mary, you could use a book. Absolutely. You could use a regular book, right? Yeah. Okay. So let's do the chat rooms. You guys decide what's interesting you would like to debate about, and how are you going to support that debate? What source are you going to use? It's now 2:35, so I'll see you guys in about 10 or 15 minutes at about 2:45 or 2:50, okay? And I'm going to stay in the main room if you have any questions. All right, let's go. Oh, how many rooms? Open all the rooms. I think we've got our 3 rooms. Yeah. Okay. And you'll start in just a few minutes. Okay. Let's see. I hope all the teachers. Okay, let's see. Room 2 needs a teacher. Yeah, so we're going to move you to room 2. Okay. And then room.
Okay, Mr. Brandon, I want to let you know that all TAs go to the same room.
I know, isn't that crazy? I'm just looking at this now.
Yes.
They should have a special teachers button on this, right? What room would you like? Ha.
Whatever. It's not three, number three, because number three is where we are all in.
You
So
all,
I can
all
be
right,
in
as long as
another
it's not
room.
number 3.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to move you to room number 1.
Okay, thanks.
Lucky day, you get to have 3 teachers. All right, you can go to 1.
Oh,
See you
actually,
in
we
1.
have 3 breakout rooms, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that means, yeah, I mean, there will be 1 breakout rooms have 2 TAs.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So,
Right. That makes
Mai, would you
sense.
like to go to number 3? No, Cha Ha is still there. If you want, you could stay in the main room with me if you like.
All right.
All right.
Over
Yeah.
here. Yes,
Okay.
because if we have few students here. We have
yeah.
Win, Tim, Ming, and Ken. We have
Yeah.
them.
That's enough. You
Yeah.
give the other teachers, take 4 students away. So you guys are lucky you get 2 teachers. Now, let's see, Uyen, what is interesting to you as a debate topic? Like, do you like animals, schoolwork? What is interesting to you? Hello, Uyen, are you there?
Win.
Yes.
All right. You can ask, please. Taimai, you can. Taimai,
Thank
you
you.
say.
Right. Yes. So Mr. Brennan had just asked you that are you interested in any topic? And is there anything that you like debating about? Anything like animals or your hobby or anything? You know, it's quite difficult to think about like any like
I know
topic that
anything.
we like. Yes.
It's like a
In the top of our
surprise.
head. It's quite
Right.
difficult.
Well, Uyen, you could think about you're going to start the Tet holidays, right? In early February. And
Yes.
so are your teachers making sure they give you a lot of work before you start the holidays?
Yeah, a bit.
Are you happy about that, or is it too much work?
I'm very happy about that.
Oh,
Not too much.
Not too much. Is it too much or not too much?
Not too much.
Not too much. Okay, so you're happy with the situation? Okay. Now, Uyen, do you have teachers who give you extra homework because they say, oh, you're going to be on a 2-week holiday? So they give you extra stuff?
Yes, too much stuff for work.
Okay, and are you
So-
happy about that?
Yeah, I'm happy, but my homework is not finished. So I have to do my homework every day.
Now, in a debate, could you argue a debate topic called too much homework?
I'm not arguing with anyone.
All right. Now you say it's okay because you like homework, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then
Sometimes I feel angry when my mom said I had to do homework.
see, okay, there you go. You could argue, Uyen, you could say when homework influences or changes my ability to go out with my friends and do things, right? But you have to do the homework. Like you call it schedule conflict, right? All right. Uyen, by the way, what do you like to do with your friends if you go outside?
I like to play chess, play badminton. Sometimes I got scratch when I run.
Okay, so you enjoy
It's very bad. So, and my mom feels very angry about that.
Oh my
Be
goodness.
careful. She worries about you.
Yeah, she worries about you. Oh, that's a nice comment, Tama. Thank you for that.
Okay. Should we ask the others, Ken,
Yeah,
Min, and
absolutely.
Tim, about this topic? I think like all Vietnamese students have a lot of homeworks in Tet holiday.
Nice one.
Me,
That's
we had
you
I
too.
have same, yeah,
right.
when I was young.
All right. So, Tim, can you respond to the question about homework? And Ken?
Ken, Ken ơi.
And we have the ghost of Ken. Ken, what's going on?
Yeah, what?
Okay, we're talking about homework, Ken. And would you like to ask the question, Tamai, about homework?
No.
No.
Do you
Right,
have
what's the-
homework? Do you have
Yeah.
homework for date holiday?
Yes.
Is it a lot or just few homework?
A lot.
A lot. Do you like it?
No.
No. So do you think should teacher give student more homeworks in the holiday?
No.
No. Can you tell me why?
Because I don't like doing homework. That is
Uh-huh.
for resting and visiting grandparents and other people, not for homework.
Oh, sweet. How sweet, Brandon.
It's a
Yes.
lovely response.
And
I
if
love it
next time
too.
if next time I get homework, I will have a war against the teacher.
Really?
Against the
So
teacher.
now you are in grade 4 or grade 5?
5.
Oh, you have a long way to go. You have a long way. All right. And we have one more
Yeah.
participant here. Ngọc Minh.
Min, yeah, say Min.
Minh. Are you here with us? Minh. Ngọc Minh. Maybe just me
yeah,
and you
can
and
find
Uyên
it.
and Ken.
Yeah. Do you know what?
Right.
Can I use the share screen in the main room? I think I found an article you were talking about the homework issue, right?
Mhm.
And I was surprised I found this right away. But we can ask the students what you think of this source. It's you guys, do teachers give too much homework, right? But
Mhm.
look at this is from a high school newspaper called the Soaring Eagle. So the students wrote this. So let's ask Uyên, do you think this would be a good source if the students wrote the high school newspaper?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'm
Is it-
thinking,
It's a bit tricky question for me.
yes, it is. Because do you see it's under opinions? Is this based on research or is this,
Mhm.
is this fact? Is this true? I'm thinking, Tamai, we could put this in the when all the students come back from the room,
Yes.
I can bring this up again, and we could say this is what our group talked about.
Yes.
And then we'll ask them, do you think this is a good source? Because it's a high school newspaper.
Mm.
And that's kind of funny, I think. We'll see. We'll read maybe the first paragraph and see if it is a biased newspaper article, that students versus teachers, this kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
All right,
Like,
now.
I think it could be like a reference to look at when we write or when we debate, but it can't be a resource because it's
Yeah, because they
like
said
personal
no.
opinion.
Yeah, it's
Uh-huh.
very good.
Yes.
You could say students at a high school in America. Say, are they professional researchers? No,
Mm.
just a group of high school students. All right, let's end the breakout rooms. I hope it's not the end the meeting.
Yeah.
Sometimes I make mistakes.
2:45.
Okay, and that was enough time. Okay, close the rooms. Some teachers get interrupted. I don't want to disturb them by closing the room too early, right? Because sometimes the discussion is really good. And I want the discussion to continue, of course. So everybody is coming back. Now there are 42 students, so 47 maybe. So this will be a little bit slow. Let me see. Okay. It's strange, when I first started using Zoom 4 years ago, it sometimes wouldn't ask the teacher if you want to go back to the main room, and I would be in a breakout room all by myself. So I'm glad they fixed that on Zoom. It was very embarrassing, actually. Okay, so 20 students. Wow, it's a slow coming back. This morning's class was really crazy because the teacher's assistants and I were hitting the mute because the boys and girls were making so much noise. And then those kids are so funny. They started to click their microphones back on, and the
Yeah.
teacher's assistants got really angry. Said,
They were
"Once-"
they were very excited with the topic.
So they said, if we turned you off, Then you have to stay off, you guys. All right, you guys are all coming back. Wonderful, wonderful. In our main room, teacher's assistant Maya and I, we got our 3 students to talk about homework because Uyen helped us discussing homework. Thank you, Uyen. That was very good. And Ken also helped us. He said, I don't like homework. You're expressing your opinions. So while we were in the main room and you were in your breakout rooms, I quickly found this as a source maybe to help you talk about homework. You know, do teachers give you too much homework or something like this? And I actually found this. But the question I had, we were saying, is this a good source? Because this is well, let's see, it's the Happuedge High School Soaring Eagle newspaper online. So this is a high school newspaper. Mimi, can I ask you, do you think an American high school newspaper, do you think that would be a good source?
I think it could be a good source, but the thing is that like
Mhm.
they're from like the student's perspective, so maybe
Yes.
it can be a little bit biased.
That's what we were thinking. Maybe it's a little biased, you guys, because it's what the high school teachers themselves think, right? So we don't know about that. Hey, Bao, I see Bao An, you are there. Hello, Bao An, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Nice to see you, Bao An. And then we have Susu. Let's see. Hey, Messi, are you there?
Yes.
Messi, do you like to read?
That is very so long.
Oh, it's very long. Okay. Well, if not, let me see someone else. Corey, do you like to read?
Yes.
Okay. Can you read just this first paragraph here? Personally.
Me too.
Yeah, it says, personally, I believe teachers.
Personally, I believe teachers give too much homework. I also believe that teachers plan their assignments to give them at the same time as other teachers to see if students will be able to delete it all. This is easy for some, but some students have anxiety and trouble at home. Therefore, they can be really smart students, but once they get home, they cannot get anything done which will make their grades tank. Children are no longer allowed to be children, and instructors should stop assigning schoolwork until we are attempting to transport them into grown-ups ahead of schedule. I feel that lockers and book pass should be phased out, and that if a hard copy book is required, it could be shared by the class or purchased digitally. There should be no more book or change costs, and all homework should be completed at school so that teachers may assist kids who request assistance. There's far too many parents who have no idea how to help their children with their schoolwork at home. Every door should have a metal detector that enables everyone inside the school. That way, we will able to keep our kids.
Yeah. So, I'm a writing teacher and I have some problems with this paragraph because he's talking about if teachers give too much homework. But then if you look at here, he's talking about a hard copy in the classroom and extra costs for books. I don't think he stayed on the topic too well. It's maybe not a good source. It's all opinion. Kong, are you there? Hello, Kong. Kong, you raised your hand. Did you raise your hand?
No,
Okay. Okay, I thought you raised your hand. Hey, Kong, do you think this is a good source, this high school?
I think no.
Yeah, why not?
Because if teachers give us too much homework, we will have a stress.
Okay, too much stress. This is what he's saying too, but I don't think he makes it a very good argument. So as a source, I would say this isn't so good because he started to change it, talk about book bags and lockers and no lockers, and this has nothing to do with giving too much homework, right? So I don't think that Victoria, actually it's a girl, I don't think she gave a really strong argument. It's all opinion, right? So be careful of something if it's all opinion, okay? Now, I have something for you guys because you were thinking of topics in your breakout rooms. And you guys, I found this topic. I think it's really interesting here. I'll go back to my main thing that I wrote for you guys. And let me go to here. One moment. Okay. I'm going to share this one for you, and I'll need somebody to help me read. And a lot of you guys enjoy reading, so I promise I'll pick somebody new. And who would like to read? We have some good readers. Susan, would you like to read?
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
Can you read this here?
For example, one student in another class mentioned in his paragraph that the whole class has lost some points. Because the student kept forgetting to do such things as coming to the class on time and taking care of his PE uniform. We can ask the question, should the whole class get points taken away because one of the students keeps forgetting to do important things? Or should only the students lose points? Where could you find information on that? Face the question accurately, and you might get some good source results to use in your debates.
Yeah.
Answer to my question. Collective punishment may communicate some good source results to use in your debate. Wait, no. Collective punishments may communicate a teacher's dissatisfaction with the behavior of certain individuals, but as a preventative technique, there is limited effect. Dr. Sargent, senior lecturer in COSA, Education and Classroom Management, Australian Catholic University, ACU, The Educator, July 12, 2019. Sargent went on to say.
Okay, so that's very good, Susu. So do you guys see that? This is written by a student in the reading class talking about being punished because he didn't have his PE uniform taken care of. So let me ask some of the students, do you have this thing where they minus points? Kevin, you're there. Do they take away points for the whole class if one student's behavior is not so good?
Yeah.
Yes, so that's what they do in the school. Do you agree with it, that it's a good system, or should they change that?
Oh, I think they're right. Yeah, in the school.
Yeah. They take away points if one student does something bad. I'm going to ask Mimi that question. Mimi, have you experienced that in the Vietnamese school, that if there's like one kid in class who's forgetting things and he's late, that they take away points for the whole class?
Usually no, but like they'll like make you think that they'll be like, if someone does it, then like they'll minus points, but they actually don't do it.
Okay.
They kind of just scares you.
Okay, they can't just scare you with something like that. All right, great response, Mimi. Thank you for that. Who else would like to respond to that? Group punishment. And this would be a really interesting debate thing. I think we should go into breakout rooms and ask that something before. This second part here, I want someone else to read the second part there. Let's see.
Please.
Who is it? Win?
Mary.
Mary. All right, Mary. Can you read this part here where teachers?
Yeah. Teachers who are not well enough prepared entirely in behavior marketing aspects of their work can first methods that have more to do with suppressing disruption and teaching children to communicate their wants and needs more socially safe way. This means new teachers sometimes overreach to bad behavior, and they're not sensitive or aware enough to ask readable questions on what the student is trying to communicate and what happened in their life. Agree or disagree?
All right. Oh, so yeah, or either disagree.
For either disagree or agree, you should properly find a good source to counter this argument. Where did teacher Brandon get it? Funny you guys ask here.
Right. So he said, Brendan, where did you get that? Let me show you where I got that. Here we go. Here we go. The Educator. Now, looks pretty good as a newsletter. Collective punishment, fair or farce. Farce means it's not working too well. And so there it is, collective punishment, where they punish the whole group. And this is from a university in Australia called The Educator, from an education university. So let me ask the question. Who can we ask? Anna, are you there?
Yes.
Hey, Anna, if you have a magazine online that's made by an Australian education university, do you think that's a good source for talking about education?
Yes.
Yeah, why is that?
Because I think education is good for our health.
Oh, good for your health, yeah. So you want somebody who has a lot of experience. I'm going to ask Teacher Ha about this, because Ha, you have experience teaching. What do you think about this article? Collective punishment, fair or farce?
I strongly don't recommend or encourage that.
Okay, so don't use group punishment. It should be for the student who's making the problems only.
I think maybe they know. Sometimes I believe that they know what they are doing. Maybe they're just trying to make impressions.
Okay.
So I think it's more about like we understand why they are doing that.
Yeah.
And then maybe we just give them some kind of encouragement to have an alternative way to express rather than, yeah. So maybe we just ask them about what just make them so into it. And then we can give some, or we can ask other people about the suggestion, alternative behavior for that one. And I believe all of the students may know how to give the best advice for their friends. That's what I think.
This is why I feel sorry for the student. He's one of our students, and he said his behavior was causing the other students to lose points. So it's like there's group pressure on him to behave better.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know if that's such a good idea. It was taking care of his PE uniform. He didn't write his name on the uniform, and he was supposed to do that by Monday morning. And he's just forgetting to do a lot of things. So the whole class gets points taken away. So.
Okay.
And I don't know the education system in Vietnam, so I can't say yes or no. It feels a little bit unfair to me when I was reading that. Yeah. All right. Hey, Harry, you have a question. Would you like to ask a question with the mouse avatar? Harry, who's from Hanoi. Some of you guys kept your hand up. If you have a question, please ask now. Oh, well, would you guys like to try breakout rooms one more time? Because I think you need to share your ideas more with your teacher's assistants. And so for the breakout topic, we're talking about bad behavior in class. Oh, and by the way, your behavior is really good. You guys, your behavior is excellent, right? So I'm so happy because to tell you, class number 1 was wild today, but they were very cute, but they were wild. So for you guys, the question going into your breakout rooms, and we'll do new breakout assignments, new students to meet, is what do you think is bad behavior in the classroom? Is it forgetting to do things? What is bad behavior for you guys? I want you guys to tell your teachers' assistants that, right? And you can argue about that. You could say, well, I don't think that's so bad, you know, because this is a debate class. Hey, Jenny, what do you say? All right. How about Thomas? You raised your hand, Thomas. Oh, we have all these students raise their hands, but they aren't asking questions. Okay. So we're going to go into the breakout rooms one more time, and you can do this for another 10 or 15 minutes. You're going to ask the question, what do you think is bad behavior in the classroom? And what should the teacher do about it? What should you and your friends do about it? Maybe give some examples that you've seen. You say, oh, I saw this in my classroom and I thought it was pretty bad. And this is what the teacher did, okay? So that's your topic, all right? And you can say, I think that's a good idea or a bad idea if the teacher used discipline or got angry, okay? So let's discuss. I'm going to stay in the main room again. And for teachers' assistants, if it puts you 3 teachers in the same room again, I'll quickly put you in rooms number 1, 2, or 3, of course.
Hi, Brandon. I just went out on for toilet. Could you quickly explain to me what I need to do in the breakout room?
Yeah, so we're in the main room together. Chalka, if you stay here with me, you can ask the questions. It's Thomas is here, and Tom is here, and Tuan is here, and Ken is here, but Ken isn't responding. I don't know if you're there, Ken. So it's at least 3 students. Oh, you are there? Okay. Thomas is there.
Sorry, my mouse was broken. Okay. So if someone does something bad,
yeah,
we lose 1 star. We have 50 stars in total.
Yeah. And so they take away points?
Yeah.
Oh,
do you think they take out stars? We have 50 my class. All classes have 50 stars.
How many?
Which class gets 50?
50. Okay, I said 5.
You don't know this is 50. Okay. And the classes with 50 points gets a 5.
Okay. Chalka, can you ask them about what is bad behavior in there? What kinds of things do they think is bad behavior in their classrooms? I'll let teacher's assistant do this class with you guys. I'm just going to sit here quietly.
Okay. Could you? I'm going to ask them in English, right?
Yeah, English is okay.
Could you please tell me what you think? What is the best behavior that you think?
The best behavior. Okay, that's a good question. Yeah, you change it. Tell us about what is good behavior. All right, Harry, would you like to answer? What is good behavior in the classroom?
I think good behavior is listening to the teacher. Then we must copy down the notes on the board. Mm-hmm. We must listen to teacher's words so that we won't miss any knowledge, and also we must not talk to friends, and we should prevent them from talking to others.
Nice response. What do you think, Chalka?
I hope to hear Harry to explain further, when you mentioned we should not talk to your friend. It means that during the time the teacher says something or teaching something to the student, that we should keep quiet, right? But on the discussion time, we could discuss freely with your friend, right? Is that what you mean, Harry?
Yes.
Okay, thank
Yes.
you.
I think that when teacher is teaching, we should hear what she says, because they may contain knowledge that we haven't known yet. But if we talk to other students, we might miss it.
Thank you, Harry. How about Order? How about Ngọc Minh? Could you share with me what is the better behavior that you think we should follow? Hello, Ngọc Minh. Are you there?
Yeah, I don't know. Min, are you there?
Or Tracy from Ho Chi Minh? Can I invite you to speak?
Oh, I don't know.
How about Tim? Tim from Ho Chi Minh.
Tim, where are you?
Yeah. And we have a Gun 10. Are you there?
These are shy students. Harry, thank you. You're one of the few students who really tried the topic. How about Tracy? Are you there?
Tracy is out.
Oh, no. Tracy jumped out. Let me grab a couple more students and see what responses we get, because the question is really good. What do you think? Let's see. I'm going to pick another student here. How about this student? Bao An is from India. And that's really interesting. Yeah, she's a student living in India. And Min Tuan, we are from Hanoi. This one, we can go to the main session. So 2 new students will join us. Yeah.
I saw one more student. Contain.
Yeah.
I just saw. Oh, we have team. We have. Okay. We have more students.
Good.
So Bảo Ân or Bảo An from India, could you share with us what you think? What is the better behavior we should follow? In a class.
In the class, my friends kidding me, so I go to my teacher and say to my teacher.
If your friends are making too many jokes, Bao An?
Yes, my friends like fighting with my friends.
Hey, Bao An, is your school international school?
No.
Are you living in India?
Yeah.
Bảo An, are you living in India or Vietnam?
In Vietnam.
Oh. All right.
But you love India, or because we curious about your name, your Zoom name, yeah. Can you tell us more about the other good behavior that you think we should follow? Like what manner we should follow in a classroom?
I should follow the rules in the classroom.
Yeah, but wow, could you be more specific at what kind of rule you think is good for students to follow?
Don't fighting the other's friends.
Do not chat with other friends, right? You mean
fighting?
Fighting. Yeah. We should live in harmony with other classmates, right? Can you tell me more?
Like don't speak the words that you don't. That's this. Don't belong to the class like stupid.
Don't say don't say bad word, right? Or do something that's stupid or not good, right? So how about you say that we should not fight to our classmates. So if you see your classmate going to fight to each other, what should you do?
I go to my teacher.
Okay, that's good. That's very good answer. Thank you, Bảo An. I just saw I just see one more student, but I don't think that that's the his name is the correct name. Contain. Can I invite you to speak? Okay. Now.
Okay. Well, I'm going to put that in chat. These are from Harry. Thank you very much, Harry. And we also have Bao An gave some good things. Oh, this is to my teachers. This is I'm going to do this for everybody. And there we go. And so good answers. Be a good listener. Write down everything the teacher is saying. Try not to chat too much. Maybe don't chat at all. And try not to fight. If you see a fight, then tell the teacher is what Bao An said. So those are 4. That's pretty good. And thank you also to teacher Chao Ka for changing it to, well, what's good behavior? It's a better way, right? Because if you say just bad behavior, it only focuses on bad stuff.
Yeah, my fault, sorry.
We want to do the full spectrum, everything they say. What is good behavior is a maybe better approach. I'll tell you what, we'll close the chat rooms and I'll explain that to the students, that it's good to also focus on good things. I like that. That's really good. Okay, I'm going to close the rooms. Hopefully the teachers won't be upset if they were enjoying some good discussion. I think this will be a good discussion because it, I don't know, it just creates a lot of discussion. Hello, Susu. How are you?
I'm good.
Susu, did you have a good discussion in your breakout room about behavior?
Yes.
Yeah. So what did you say was good behavior?
I just said bad behavior.
Oh, okay. So tell us, what is bad behavior?
That means that like we are fighting and shouting and saying bad words, and we are so angry that we throw our favorite ball out of the window.
Oh no, what did you throw out the window, Susu? A ball or a book or what?
I didn't throw it.
Okay.
I just like smash it. It
All
went
right.
so angry.
I'm going to ask Ha. In our main room, we focused on good things like listening to teacher and taking good notes. Ha, what did you have in your group? You said it was an interesting discussion.
Yeah, we discussed about what all the students think it is a bad behavior, but they have very different idea about how and when to give the punishment. So we explore quite a lot. Some behavior they think that should be punished immediately, but some behavior they said that they should give them another chance to improve before they are punished. So we discuss about that and we explore the different idea about why they think so. And that's a very interesting idea from Nam.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
They're just,
Awesome. Yes.
Awesome work debating back and forth.
Yes.
Ha, did your group in the breakout, did they reach a consensus, like a general understanding?
They have some agreement on some like behavior that should be punished, and most of them agree that should be like, but they are a little bit like separate in how and when to punish. So I think that is very interesting.
Yeah, that how and when is really interesting for us.
Yes.
In our main room, we were in the main room, we said, well, what is good behavior? Chao An changed it, and I enjoyed that. It focused on the positive.
Okay.
So in the chat, I put our full notes. We had a student, Harry, who really helped us. Thank you, Harry. Hey, Harry, are you still there?
Yes, teacher.
Harry, can you tell everyone what you think is good behavior in a classroom?
I think good behavior in the classroom is listening to the teacher. Don't talk with friends when the teacher is teaching or lecturing. We shouldn't pick fights. We should took down notes on the board. And we should also raise our hands and give our opinions on the lesson.
Very good, Harry. Excellent. You had like 5 points. I really liked that. Can anybody give one more thing we have? Oh, Teacher Chao Ka. Sorry, I said your name wrong. It's Chao Ka is the teacher. Can somebody add another good thing to this? Like another good thing to do in the classroom? And Susan, can you give us something that's good classroom behavior?
I think when we do the things that Harry said, it's really, really good. But I think we could still be better if we give a reminder to the classmates that are not good in the class. Like, hey, you are talking a bit too much, so you could talk in the recess.
Susan, do the students try to help each other correct bad behavior?
The girls, yes. The boys, no.
Very interesting. It's the gender problem in education. That's an excellent point, Susan. Wonderful, right? That's really good. I like that response because that's true of so many schools around the world. Different boys' issues versus girls' issues, right? Excellent, excellent. Okay, now you guys, we were talking about classrooms and stuff like that. I just want to show you a sample debate presentation, and I'll leave this as your homework. I was preparing for this class, and I wanted to show you, well, let me do this for the writing class. I have a writing thing. I'm using this for my cause and effect for the writing, but I want you guys to maybe try this. Let's see, that's a student's homework. I don't want that. We want basic writing, number 3. No, I'm sorry, it's class number 4. When I get this right, I will put this up, I promise. Okay, you guys, let's see, is it good? Is it good? Is it good? Okay, so let me give you like a debate topic you might see in your debate. And I was doing research. Part of my own research is on the Mekong River Delta. And you can see the Mekong there. It has the main rivers here, and then this is the Delta. And the question is, in 2020, there wasn't enough water. It's called a drought, D-R-O-U-G-H-T, when there's not enough water. So the government had this famous World Bank organization try to create a solution to help the farmers here because there wasn't enough water. And one of the things they did was they said, if we could make some small lakes here, the farmers could actually start to raise ducks to make different food. So this means the farmers had to move out of rice farming to try duck farming. And the farmers were a little bit surprised. They didn't know if they can do duck farming because they are only rice farmers, right? And then the government also said, can you only grow rice 2 times a year? In Vietnam, you can grow rice 3 times a year. But the farmers wanted to grow rice 3 times, and they said, we won't make enough money. But then they grew the rice for only 2 times because rice, it takes rice 100 days to grow. And so the program actually was successful, that the farmers could make more money just growing rice 2 times a year, right? Okay, so for a question, debate, saving water. And so they told them to change the way they do farming. They said, stop using so much water for rice. And they were successful because then they had enough water for 2020 was a bad year for rice because the price of rice was getting really expensive for people in Vietnam. Okay, so I just want to ask your impression to this farming stuff. Do you guys see this? Let's ask Harry. You did a wonderful job talking about good classroom behavior. Harry, can I ask you the question? What does your family eat for protein? Chicken, eggs, rice, fish, beef?
In our normal meal, we usually have rice with fish or chicken, but we don't eat beef much.
Okay.
Because chicken has less fat, and also fish has some good vitamins that help our eyes and bodies and stuff.
Very good answer, Harry. Uyin, what would you think, Uyin? Yin? Does your family eat?
My family eat rice, spinach, a lot of broccoli, and eat pork. No chicken, because chicken makes my little sister fat, and my mom and dad don't let my little sister eat pork. So today we just have spinach only.
Okay, so you're eating super healthy in your family, right? Hey, Yen, do you see the ducks here? Are ducks, do you think they're fatty like chicken? They have too much oil?
I think it will be too much oil.
Yeah. How about big duck eggs?
Big duck egg, I'm not sure. I think it's too much oil too. I don't know. I don't know much about ducks.
All right. Yeah, because the ducks are new. In China, they eat a lot of ducks. Susan, you have your hand raised. Would you like to answer the question or ask a question, Susan?
I don't know, but like my mom said, we shouldn't eat too much ducks because firstly, like in the lunar calendar, if you eat ducks in like the first day of the month, it brings bad luck. And once I went to the Mekong River Delta and we went to a duck farm, and the farmer said that we raise ducks for a living, but to be honest, sometimes people love ducks, but eating too much ducks, like ducks are smelly.
Yeah, they make a lot of waste when they poop. It's really bad. We had a duck in our garden in Chicago. He was so bad smelling, Susan. My father got really angry, and so he told my sister we were going to take the duck and put it with all the other ducks in a pond of a company. A big building had a pond with all these ducks. But he loved us too much, and he was chasing our car as we drove away. And I felt really sad because our duck had to join the Duck Friends. I don't know if he was successful or not, but he was really dirty, Susan. It was unbelievable. We had a little swimming pool, and it was filled with duck poop. It was really awful, really terrible. So it's a good point. Okay, so I got this information. Remember, today we were talking about sources, all right? So I have the picture of the ducks and the Mekong Delta. And so if you're going to use sources like this in your presentation, just quickly say this comes from such and such and such a source. I have that in my other handout, but I don't have it here. That came from the World Bank as a source. But again, if you guys say, well, is that a good source, the World Bank? Some people say it's not. They think the World Bank is too strict. It works together with governments, but they create new ideas that maybe traditional farmers don't think are such a good idea, right? So Uyen wrote, what a funny word. Uyen, what was the funny word? Was it when I said duck poop? All right, someone said funny word. All right. Someone said, teacher, what do you usually eat? Hey, great question. Who is that from? That's from Harry. Harry, I eat a lot of rice too. It's the Japanese sticky rice that they use in sushi when they make sushi out of it. And we eat a lot of pork. My wife, pork is kind of cheap in Japan, but I don't know if it's healthy, Uyen. So Uyen, what's your response to that?
Is in Japan eat sushi with sticky rice in fish?
Yes, they do. Do you want to see a picture of that, you guys? Because we have about 5 minutes left. We can do some free stuff here. So let me go back to this. And let me show you guys. Wow, I have too many windows open, you guys. So let me do that. Let me do that. I hope I don't, one time Uyi and I was teaching a group of students on Zoom, and I clicked off stop Zoom. It was really embarrassing, and the students had to come back. So I want to do this as well as I can. And so what we'll do the last 5 minutes, I'll show you this sushi. Now, you guys know sushi, of course, but you know what might be kind of fun? Since you guys did a great job on your discussion, I loved it. Would you guys like to?
Do you like sushi, Mr. Brandon?
Yeah,
I already been to Japan, so I eat
I eat sushi every day.
Oh my gosh, you guys are
Vietnam has
excited about
sushi too,
All right.
Mr. Brandon.
What's that? Question?
In Vietnam also have I also have a shop. Teacher, the sushi has salmon.
Yeah, look at the sushi is making you guys really hungry. I'm sorry about that.
Teacher,
Would you
does
guys?
the sushi have salmon on top?
Yeah, salmon. You see the salmon. Susan, what would you like to say?
You can see in the chat, if you go up, you can see
Yeah.
a really long discussion about like where are you from. So
Oh,
I'm gonna ask you like where are you from? So like the students can, like my friends can be less curious.
oh, okay, Susan, great question. I'm from Chicago in America, but I left Chicago when I was 25 years old and I moved to Japan. So I've been in Japan 33 years now, a really long time. You guys.
Wow.
Yeah,
Mr.
so
Brandon.
my thinking is more like Asia now.
Brandon,
Yeah.
do you know mochi? Like the
Oh,
kind
sure.
of sticky rice
Yeah.
snack in Japan?
Yeah, my wife's mother, my Japanese mother-in-law, made mochi for the New Year's on January 1st, and I ate mochi for about 1 week. I put fresh butter.
Can I leave now? My battery's running low.
Okay, Ken, that's fine. Ken, if you want to leave now, that's fine. It's okay. All right.
Mr. Brandon.
Yes, who is it?
Your computer has Japanese.
I'm sorry, what?
Your computer has Japanese.
I know. Do you see the Japanese on the computer? All right.
Japanese.
I
Yeah.
told you buy this computer from America.
Yeah. All right. No, this computer is Apple, but I bought it in Japan, you guys. All right, let me teach you one Japanese word, then I have to give you the homework, okay?
Brandon,
Yes.
I'm eating right now.
Yeah.
I'm eating.
Sam, you can teach us
I think
Japanese.
this is making you too
You're
hungry.
only eating. I am not talking.
Teacher, I wish next
Yes,
time you can teach us Japanese.
All right, well, maybe I could. Hey, let's finish for today. But should I put your homework in Zalo? It's very easy homework. Are you guys happy about that?
Yeah.
Okay, the homework, I'll tell you speaking, and then I'll write it in Zalo. The homework is pick something that you are interested in. Anything is okay. And you only have to write 3 sentences about it. I like chocolate cake because it gives me energy. I love chocolate cake on my birthday. I think everyone should eat chocolate cake, all right? But then try to find 2 sources, one good thing about chocolate, one bad thing about chocolate, okay? So you have to find 2 sources. It's okay to do this video style is okay. You can just talk for like 2 minutes on video.
Teacher,
Yes.
can we use Word?
Can you use Word? Yeah, you can use Word. But remember, keep it short for just like 3 sentences only, all right? You don't have to write a whole paragraph. But what's important is if you can copy and paste 2 sources, one is good, one is bad. So chocolate cake, everybody loves chocolate cake. It's so great. You can type in a source that says, chocolate is good for your brain. Oh my gosh, Thomas is eating chocolate right now. So chocolate is good for your brain. Yes, Sunny.
I must tell you that I really, really hate chocolate.
Oh,
I
okay.
just eat some chocolates too.
Well,
I
Sunny,
also like chocolate.
if you hate chocolate, then don't choose chocolate. Choose whatever you like. You can write like, I love television.
Chocolate.
It doesn't have to be chocolate.
I don't like chocolate because it's too sweet.
All right. So the goal is 3 sentences, something you like or something you don't like, and can you give support, like using the internet, Google search or ChatGPT, put in 2 source links, copy the code, and then just paste them into your Word, or if you're doing video, just talk for 2 minutes and then paste in your responses in Zalo under your video. And I'm going to write this all in Zalo for you guys to check again, okay? Can you guys say thank you to the teacher's assistants who did a wonderful job with you today? I think you guys gave really good answers to Mai and to Ha. I was almost sad about closing the chat box because you had such good ideas, right? And so thank you for communicating with your teacher's assistants. You guys, your behavior was excellent, by the way. It was really good, so thank you. And
Mr. Brandon, I have a question.
Yes, Ian.
When it's Tet holiday, do you teach the class?
I don't think so, but let me check with Ms. Duke. But I think she mentioned a 2-week break, so you guys can really enjoy Tet holiday.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I can go on holiday at Tet.
Wonderful. I'm happy you can do that, right?
Yesterday,
And
I
what
got a
about
golden
you?
medal.
I'm gonna stay home because we don't have Tet holiday. I'm gonna do some house cleaning, you guys. Mr. Thomas, I help my wife as much as I can. All
I
right.
got a golden medal.
All
It's
right.
downstairs
You got a golden medal for what?
for science.
Ah, okay.
Teacher,
Science is very easy.
Okay, so are you gonna write about that? Can you write about science being very easy? Or-
Yeah.
Okay.
teacher.
Some parts of
Yes.
science are hard, some parts are
If
easy.
you
So this
in
can be
Japan, do you ever wear a kimono?
I wear a man's kimono. Do you know what the man's kimono is?
Yeah, I
I've
thought
never
you
seen
were
that.
funny.
So I do. Yes.
Teacher,
What?
do I have to do the video? Do I have to do it 2 minutes?
Well, how long do you want to do? 1 minute, maybe?
My mom will say 2 minutes.
All right. If you want to just talk about what you like. Watching the videos is very enjoyable for me because I get to know you guys better and I have some free time, right? So yeah, it's okay. If you do 1 minute, 2 minutes, it's up to you, your choice. And then just remember though, if you say, I want to support this idea, find something on Google and send a link to me, right?
Oh, wait. No.
Thomas, do you understand? Anna, do you understand?
Oh my gosh, my mic's on, sorry.
All right, let's finish for today because you guys are just playing games now, all right? So can I say goodbye, everybody? Goodbye.
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 Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. And check Zalo for the homework. Bye-bye.
I am leaving.